Welcome to another battle by Hill 1117. Today we've got a bit of an entertaining battle for you. It's 3v3. It's a Tyranid swarm of the High Fleet Kalash, just deployed in the forests, and it's our custom-made battle, which is the Siege of Maylore, Tau planet. As you can see, a couple of buildings, very Tau-looking. Harry's made all these awesome bits of scenery, well, the majority of them anyway. So the campaign we've got today is Space Hulk has been in orbit with Blood Angels on, and what's happened is it's exploded in orbit and it's crashed down, and there's a Terminator helmet there that's been taking tactical readouts of the High Fleet, and obviously everything to do with Blood Angels, tactics and doctrine and everything like that. So it's crashed down on this Tau planet, and the Tau are currently holding that at the moment, so it's a relic that we're playing for today. So the Tau are currently holding it. Blood Angels are going to be trying to seek it, obviously to get that data back, to stop it falling into the Farsight Enclave's hands, and obviously the Tyranids are trying to get it back, mainly so they can try and find some nice juicy planets to munch on. So we'll be playing, like I say, a 3v3. We're going to have Tyranids as attackers, so there's the fleet formation over there coming through. They're going to come through all this woodland area and try and get past the onslaught of firepower that no doubt will come their way. They've got some infiltrators around here, so they've got the Brew Lord with some Gene Stealers around this corner here. Only infiltrators in the game, and that's it. The Blood Angels have Vindicator on the board, and they're going to be deploying via an Alpha Strike, so they're going to be all dropping in as much as they can. So Harry's reserves is pretty much 99% of his army. So they're all going to be dropping in, and they're going to be on second turn. So we decided to have the Tau as the defenders, so obviously they're holding back, charging everything up. Tau reserves as Farsight with his bodyguard. They have the precision strike element, so they basically don't scatter. So it will be Tyranids first, moving through. Then it'll be Blood Angels, hopefully trying to retrieve everything back as well and take some stuff out. And then finally it'll be the Tau's turn. Tyranids at the moment. Phil, what's in your force today?
Well, it's unbound, so
Okay.
I've got 3 HQ. So I've got 1 Swarmlord, I've got a Hive Tyrant with wings and 2 Twin Link Devourers. I have 1 Turbogon with cluster spines, miasma cannon. Then in troops, I have 30 gaunts each, so I could take 2 Turbogons as troop choices. They are with cluster spines, and one of them has cushion claws. I have 10 Gene Stealers as well. Then I'll go over to Fast Attack, which I have 3 standard Shrikes. They don't have the wings, because I'm waiting for them. But they have all got Devourers, so they're all 90 points each.
So these are Shrieks as well?
Yeah, these are Shrikes as well, yeah. And then I've got 1 Small Mine Cluster of 6. And then Elites, I just have 1 squad of 2 Zoanthropes standard. Heavy Support, I have 1 Lonesome Carnifex with 2 Twin Link Devourers. Then I have 2 Carnifexes together with both have 2 Twin Link Devourers each, and then have a squad of 3 Biovores, and that is my list. My psychic powers: my Swarmlord has Catalyst, Onslaught, and Psychic Scream. My Hive Tyrant has the Horror and Psychic Scream. My green Turbogon has Catalyst. My silver has Paroxysm. My pink has Warp Blast. My Zoanthropes have Warp Blast and Paroxysm. And my Brood Lord has Paroxysm and the Horror.
So you got a Brood Lord with your Gene Stealers as well?
I've got Brood Lord.
Right. Okay. So looks quite an offensive force as well. Back after Tyranid turn 1. Movement, as you can expect from Tyranids, pretty much everything's moved up. The Flying Hive Tyrant is currently swooping. Turbogon over here, difficult terrain, pretty much for everything they've just all run over. Into the Psychic Phase, obviously Phil's got quite a lot of Psychers, 16 dice I believe he had. He cast, from the purple Turbogon over there, he cast Dominion, which gives him an extra 6-inch synapse range. The green Turbogon over here casts Catalyst, so obviously himself and on the pink Turbogun, we've now got Feel No Pain. The Swarm Lord, which is hiding around here, he cast, he tried to cast Catalyst and it was denied. And he cast Onslaught on the Bioforce, which meant that they can run and shoot. And the Hive Tyrant, Flying Hive Tyrant, he cast the Horror, but he obviously perilled himself and he rolled a 3. So he lost 1 wound and he lost all of his warp charge from that as well. So just into shooting, not a great deal of shooting, but the Flying Hive Tyrant shot and took 2 wounds off this White Riptide here. So quite good shooting from the Tyranids there. And the Biovores, because of the Psychic power, obviously running and shooting, shot over and took a total of bombarded this little section here of the commander and the drones, but only managed to kill 2 Martyr drones. 3, sorry. Due to them having a 5+ in run because of one of the tower upgrades as well. So we'll come after the Alpha Strike by the Blood Angels. So we'll see what arrives, and no doubt the tower. Just to note, the tower pretty much all got intercepted as well, so it is possible that quite a lot of stuff could get shot, but that's obviously up to the tower player. We're over to the 3rd army today, which is the Blood Angels. So Harry, do you want to run through your list going through HQ onwards?
Yep, HQ Warlord, I took Commander Dante. Another HQ that I took is the Reclusiarch with the Death Company. I only had enough points, however, to take 7 Death Company, and they're going in one of the drop pods.
So they're in a drop pod as well?
They are, yeah. Other troops choice, now Blood Angel players will know that Assault Marines count as troops, so I've taken a squad of 5 here. The Sergeant, however, I'm saying he doesn't have a Power Fist, he has a Chainsword. I didn't have the points for the Power Fist.
Okay. Need to magnetise him in the future then.
Yep.
Okay.
Melter Gun there, and they also have with them a Sanguinary Priest with a jump pack.
Gives them Feel No Pain.
Feel No Pain within any Blood Angel players within 6 inches get Feel No Pain.
Okay.
I've took a 2nd Assault Squad. That one is armed with a Flamer. Moving back, Troops Choice again, still Assault Marines. I've taken 5 Assault Marines here. Any power swords that you see within the army aren't power swords for today's purposes, they're chain swords.
Okay.
This guy has a Flamer and they're also with a Sanguinary Priest. Now, as Blood Angel Assault Marines can drop their jump packs, they get discount on dedicated transport, and their dedicated transport is the Land Raider, so I'll get a Land Raider with last cannons.
Is that one?
That's that one.
Behind, okay, the red one?
Yep, for 215 points, not 250.
Very nice. Armed as you see it as well, yeah.
Armed as you see, sorry, minus the Stormbolt, I just didn't want to have a hole in the top.
Okay.
2nd Assault Squad again, that one has a Melter Gun. Again, dedicated transport Land Raider Redeemer. I've gone for the Flamestorm cannons. I think it's a Redeemer.
It is, yeah.
Again, the missile isn't there. It's just didn't really want a hole. So again, 35 point discount for that. Moving across.
This way.
This way.
Okay.
Death Company Dreadnought and a Furioso Dreadnought, both armed with heavy flamers. The Furioso has the frag cannon, and they are both in drop pods. I also decided to paint a little Tyranid up last night to mock Phil.
Just to mock the Tyranids.
Just to mock the Tyranids.
That's the thing!
So these guys are coming down in the drop pods as well, yeah?
In the drop pods, and the final thing that I have is a Vindicator. I wouldn't normally take this, but I figured strength 10 large blast fast tank.
Yeah.
And it costs less than most of the other tanks actually, so...
Right, okay then. After the onslaught, the deployment of most of Harry's stuff. The reason I'm doing it now is because obviously the tower have a lot of interceptor stuff. So just to give you an idea of what's coming. So we've got a drop pod with the Death Company Dreadnoughts just landed originally here and scattered over to there, but inertial guidance system's fine. We've already checked measurement distance, so he's fine within an inch away of the enemies. The Land Raider Redeemer with one of the assault squads in, Sanguinary Priest, they've dropped in. For this, we've all agreed on this campaign custom scenario that with it being Blood Angels Alpha Strike, we've thought we're going to test and use the Land Raiders to the same ability as drop pods, mainly just to show that Alpha Strike and with them having their whole fluff to do with it. So Scattered there, not too far away. The Furioso Dreadnoughts landed, know about that. The normal Land Raider has come in, and obviously the assault squad in there with the Melter has arrived. The Vindicator has just moved up, gone 12 inches, and just having a nice view at them Gene Stealers there. Just after the Tau interception, the Tau 8, can't remember his name, but the member of the
Ovesa.
8, Ovesa, that's him. He intercepted just what them gems are represented for on the bases. For this particular game, it's just if anything's intercepted, just makes us remember. So he's intercepted, and as you can see by the explosion, Furioso Dreadnought is gone. His twin-link fusion blaster blew him up, and caused 1 wound on the Crisis suit, but he's still alright for now. The blue and white Riptide decided to intercept the Death Company Dreadnought with his twin-link plasmas and the ion accelerator. It didn't overcharge. Took 1 glancing hit on the Dreadnought, the Death Company Dreadnought, so he's still alright, still in the fray. So we'll come back after the Blood Angels turn, the shooting, because obviously interception is in between that, so see what the Blood Angels can do in return. Right, we're back after Blood Angels turn 1, obviously after the interception, so shooting phase, the Vindicator over here, took out 5 Gene Stealers there, they passed the morale, so they're alright over there. The Land Raider Redeemer here, because we've decided that it's mimicked as though that Thunderhawks have basically flew them in and dropped them in. So we summarised that they could only fire 1 weapon at full ballistic, but obviously power the machine spirit. So Flamestorm Cannon from that shot through and took out 2 shield drones and put and 1 crisis team member as well. Passed the leadership, so they're fine. The normal Land Raider over there, armed with the las cannons, the red one. He took out 2 wounds off the normal Riptide over here. So, doing a bit of firepower as we go. Right, Death Company Dreadnought here. Fired his heavy flamer through to this squad here and took out 1 normal drone. And the Melter obviously caused a wound but passed the save. And this drop pod fired his Stonebolter and took 1 other drone out. So, that's there's no assaults because obviously all the vehicles are dropped down. They can't assault because it's classed as deep striking for our particular game here. So we're going to come back after the Tau. We're onto the Tau at the moment. So in HQ is Commander Farsight. As you see, he's got Crisis Body Team, which is armed with twin fusion blasters. But 2 commanders armed with missile pods, velocity trackers. So they have Skyfire and drone controller, and they've got Mark-like drones there. Troops with a Beam Farsight Enclave, obviously lots and lots and lots of Crisis teams. We've got fusion blasters, missile pods and smart missile systems.
No, it's just missile pods.
Just normal missile pods. And what are them called again?
Burst cannons.
Burst cannons, right.
Gun drones.
With gun drones as well. Over to Elites, we've got the special character from the Farsight Enclave, which is one of the 8. I can't remember his name, but he's, as you've seen, he's armed with 2 missile drones. Shield missile drones. 3 Riptides, all armed as you see. And in heavy support we have a Hammerhead gunship and a Sky Ray missile defense ship, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Tau turn 1, quite devastating to be honest. Right, I'll go for what powers and everything that the Tau took off. Try to do the Mirror Codex, it failed. Right, Nova Reactors. The blue and white one, he's online, he's got a 3+ invuln. The white one over here could fire a secondary weapon twice. Ovesa, which is the member of the 8 guy here, he's got a 3+ invuln. And the red one as well, all online, so no wounds, he's also got a 3+ as well. Where should we start? Shooting. So the Sky Ray, with its network marker lights, fired at the flying High Tyrant. We've got 2 counters. This commander over here got 2 counters against the Gaunts. Killed 1 as well after he fired. Mark Light obviously got 4 counters as well. The missile from the other commander here took the Swarm Lord down to 2 wounds over there. Took 2 wounds off him, sorry. Some more marker lights, just used another 2 to remove cover, and obviously the Skyray fired all 6 missiles down and took the flying hive tyrant out. Burst cannon team over here, obviously just a couple of movement as well, just shifted over. Burst cannon team fired across at the Tyranid Shrikes, and took 9 wounds, but only 1 killed. And then the Gun Jones shot and killed another one, but the Fearless, so they're fine. The red and white Riptide here, he used 2 marker lights to up his ballistic skill, fired at the Swarm Lord. Burst cannon caused 2 wounds, but his saves were passed. His smart missile system fired twice for his Nova charge, caused 3 wounds, and the saves were passed. The last 2 marker lights were used against the Swarm Lord as well. 3 wounds were caused on the Swarm Lord, but he saves them, so he's got 3 wounds left. Missile team 1, which I believe is one of these guys up here. I think it's them guys. They used 2 mark lights up the ballistic skill, fired 7 shots, caused 7 wounds and 4 dead at the gaunts down there. The red Riptide, this guy here, yeah, fired over at the Zoanthropes, yeah. Scattered 6 inches and didn't do any damage, missed everybody. His missile pod to the Swarm Lord caused 4 wounds, but the saves were passed. The Hammerhead here fired a blast at the gaunts along here through this cover here. Got cover saves for all of his gaunts, but 6 wounds were dead, and the smart missile system killed a further 3. And finally, the missile pod team here, plasma team, sorry. They fired the drop pod and didn't do any damage. So we'll come back after Tau's just done all the thrust movements, because as you can tell, everything's pretty much on jetpacks. So Tau turn 1, so we'll be going on turn 2 of the campaign at the moment. Tau is still very strongly holding the objective. Only things really is a lot of thrust movements. Well, not a lot actually, to be honest. These just thrusted back, Riptides back, basically everybody's just thrusted back. The 2 Riptides here, Orvessa and the normal regular guy charged into the Land Raiders. Orvessa dealt one glancing hit a penetrating hit, but snapfire, so hence by the gem. So this Land Raiders still got 3 left. Tuna turn 2. I'll do reserves first. The only reserves that the Nids had to come in was some spore mines, which were down here, but interception from this Riptide here shot down and took them all out. Basically, as you can see, everything's pretty much moved up. The silver Tervagon didn't spawn any, decided not to do anything. The pink one spawned 8, but he rolled a double, so he's burst his birthing sac, which is represented by that. The green one spawned 10, not a double, so that was fine. As you can see, pretty much everything's right up. Slightly phased. The silver Tervagon cast Paroxysm to -2 ballistic skill to the Riptide. The green one cast Catalyst on himself and the Zoanthropes, so they got fail no pain. And the pink one tried to cast Warp Lance, but it failed. Warp Lance on this Riptide and failed. What else? The Swarm Lord tried to do Catalyst and it was denied. Cast Onslaught, however, on the Biowars so they could run and shoot. And the Zoanthropes the Broodlord over here failed paroxysm. So just on shooting, the Shrikes, the blue one and the red one, both fired and didn't do any damage. Swarmlord ran 2 inches, so he's just closer, ever closer edge. Probably going to try and jump up there. Basically, all the Gaunts ran, so none of them shot anything. Silver Tervagon here fired a cluster spines at the marker lights, and the hit the commander and 2 marker lights, saves past. Pink Tervagon over here, the same weapon at the burst cannon team, hit 2 drones and Riptide and 2 crisis teams, didn't do anything. 2 drones killed from that. Sting and Salvo from it as well, and killed another drone as well. Zoanthropes ran. Carnifexes ran. Pretty much everything's ran, as I said. Biowars ran 4 inches, but due to their ability that they've got, they also fired at the burst cannon team. And no damage to the suits, and killed 2 drones, and the Gene Stealers over there ran as well. So we'll come back after the Tyranid assault phase. After end of Tyranid turn in the assault phase. Not a lot really. The Shrikes went to go and assault these. Overwatch from the Riptide, the other Riptide, them themselves, and them due to the Tower Special, and these. And as you can see, they're all gone. So, pretty of a short one to be honest, nothing else assaulting. So we'll come back after Blood Angels turn 2. After Blood Angels turn 1, reserves are all on, so... turn 2, yes. Drop pods are on. Deep Strike, what they're called? Assault Squad. Death Company are in. Dante is in down here, just behind the Hammerhead. The Assault Squads have jumped out the transport. What else has happened? The Land Raiders has blocked line of sight for, I think it was the missile pod, wasn't it? Or was it the Riptide? Riptide, yes. Moved across. So, just very quickly doing that. Just so we can cover this before the interception from the Tau Empire comes. So I'll come back after the intercept, and then we'll continue quickly off intercept. Not a lot of interception for the Tau to do. The Riptide here, just marked by the gem, intercepted the Assault Marines and wiped them all out. Blood Angel shooting turn 2. The Death Company here fired two Tyranids at the Zoanthropes, which he saved. And the bolt pistols killed 1, and the drop pod fired its Stormbolter over and took the last remaining one down to 1 wound. So that was quite good shooting from the Death Company. The Death Company Dreadnought flamed the Gaunts, which you'd expect, and killed 2, and his Melter killed another one. Moving over here, Dante's squad.
There's a background for
quite a lot of penetrating hits at the back from the various weapons, the Infernus pistol, the Melter gun, crack grenades. So that's just got one left of its snap firing. The Redeemer used Power of the Machine Spirit and fired the assault cannon at the Plasma squad up there, and got a rend and killed 1. Normal save didn't do anything. So the normal Land Raider over here, it was Power of the Machine Spirit for the last cannon at this Riptide here. Caused a wound, so it took a wound off him. The Heavy Bolter at the Riptide obviously didn't do anything, and the last cannon missed. The Redeemer squad, Redeemer squad? Yes. Squad over here. They fired plasmas at the Plasma Crisis team, which were up here. Flamer didn't do anything. Crack grenade caused 1 wound, which he saved. And 3 bow pistols didn't do anything either. The Death Company drop pod over here fired at the Plasma Crisis and took 1 out. Land Raider fired into, the Land Raider squad, this squad here, fired into Orvessa and didn't do anything. Well, actually, tell a lie, caused 1 wound because he failed, caused 1 wound but he passed his fail no pain. And finally, the Vindicator fired over and took out 3 Gene Stealers from the Demolisher cannon. After Blood Angels assaults, the 2 assault squads that came down, this squad attempted to charge up to there, lost 2 Marines due to Overwatch, didn't make it, they needed 8 and they got 7. These guys made it into combat with Orvessa, they lost 2 to Overwatch as well, including the Melter. dealt no damage with Tide Combat, so the only things we have to... Oh, the Death Company Dreadnoughts took out the Gaunts and consolidated towards the Swarm Lord. After Tau movement, just before we get onto the shooting phase, which will obviously be the longest, Farsight and his bodyguard have landed. Precision strike there, so they're looking more than likely at that Land Raider. Just some couple of minor movements. These have just shifted about a little bit. Everybody's just moved around. Obviously, combat's still over there. So we'll come back after Tau shooting. Tau shooting and assault. Turn 2. Turn 2?
Yes.
Yes, turn 2. Forgot what turn it is. Right. Nova reactors. First of all, the white one. He Nova reacted his main weapon, so he could fire it overcharged. The red one round there has got a 3+ invuln. Oversa, sorry, he's got 3+ invuln. And the blue one failed and suffered a wound, so he's down 3. Mark lights, there was 2 on the Land Raider, 6 on the Zoanthrope over there. And missile pod from the commander shot over and killed it. The Sky Ray snap fired 1 marker light on Dante's squad. The Crisis Burst Cannons, they shot at the Gaunts and took out 12. The other ones over there took out 10. The Nova Prime reactor from that, the Swarm Lord, failed. He got hot, so he suffered a wound. The Riptide over there, with the one with the 3+ armor save, using the mark lights to up his ballistic skill to 9, finally killed off the Zoanthrope. The missiles, missile squad 1 team round here at the Carnifexes and dealt 2 wounds. This squad here dealt 4 wounds down to Dante's squad and killed 1. The Plasma team, just the lone guy there, fired everything at the assault squad down here and wiped them out.
Could you move my...
Farsight's team, Farsight can fire separately because one of the tower upgrades, and he decided to shoot at the team down here and didn't do it. Sorry, killed 1. And the bodyguard fired down at the Land Raider and wrecked it. And onto assaults, thrust moves, they just jump back on thrusts. These thrusted, basically everything thrusted about.
Just mooch back into position.
Mooch back into position. Tide combat here. The Blood Angels killed 1 drone, and the Riptide, Oversa, I keep pronouncing it wrong, dealt wound back. Basically everything's just moved up. Swarm Lords moved up. They ran up. They ran up as well. Sight power wise, the Swarm Lord
got Catalyst off.
Got Catalyst off. Feel no pain. Feel no pain on him as well.
These Gaunts and him.
Gaunts and him's got feel no pain. Psychic Shriek
killed
the Riptide that was on there. Dominion on him, extra 6-inch synapse on that.
This guy got Onslaught off on the Carnifexes as well, so they got to run and shoot.
Okay, they got Onslaught and they can run and shoot.
Yep.
Over into shooting phase.
Shooting was amazing.
Carnifex Broods dealt 7 wounds into the Crisis team.
Which was down here, which is the single one here.
Yep, that one there. Killed 2 drones and 1 suit dead. Gaunts against the Death Company.
Yep, did nothing.
Dealt 1 wound, which he saved. And Turbogon killed the
Death Company, yeah.
Death Company as well. The Carnifex is shooting at the Riptide down here. As you can see, it's killed it eventually. Because they dealt 2 wounds, down to 1 wound, and then a lonely Gaunt managed to kill him. The silverish, whitish Turbogon took a wound from the Crisis team here. And the Biovores at the command team over here killed 3 drones. Tyranids assaults. Turbogon and the Gaunts charged the Death Company. Death Company fired on Overwatch and dealt no damage.
I remember.
The Turbogon in combat with the Reclusiarch. The Reclusiarch went first, dealt 4 wounds to the Turbogon and he saved them. In return, the Turbogon dealt 1 wound and the Reclusiarch saved that. The Gaunts and Death Company were going at the same time. And the Gaunts suffered 12 wounds, and the Death Company also suffered 12 wounds. The Gaunts lost 5 and the Death Company lost 4. But on Blood Angels shooting, Death Company Dreadnought fired his Heavy Flamer and his Melter and took out the Crisis team. Vindicator shot up originally the Crisis team up here, scattered onto the Riptide, but he saved. The Land Raider here, lads cannon up at the Crisis team, took it out. He also done Power of the Machine Spirit for his Heavy Bolter. At the drones that were up there and on the objective, but the drone saved. And Dante's squad here fired melt weapons and everything into the Riptides and dealt 1 wound. So we'll come back after the assault. What's happened so far is over there, no damage dealt at all. Death Company versus the Tervagon and the Trigons just over here. Tervagon, sorry. Just round here. 2 Gaunts were killed, 1 Death Company was killed, and the Tervagon dished out 2 wounds on the Reclusiarch. Just over here, it's Riptide versus Dante. Horrocks against the Death Company.
Riptide. I've got weapon skill 6.
Against the Riptide. Death Company on the brain.
3s, and it's a mastercrafted power axe.
3s, you get reroll 1.
Reroll 1.
And then strength.
It'll be 4.
Yeah. Power axe is +1, isn't it?
So I'll reroll that 1.
Yeah. Then power axe is +1 and it's AP2.
So it's +1 strength, is it?
Yeah.
So strength axe. 5, what's your toughness?
Toughness 6 or 5.
1.
1 wound, 5 plus unrunnable save. Nope, down to 1 wound.
Down to 1.
I lose combat, but I'm a jetpack monster creature, tag combat.
Yay.
Okay, so locked combat there. So we'll come back after Tau turn 3. Right, Tau have had to not concede, but they've had to forego their game pretty much just to time constraints. So as it stands, end of the game, Tau still hold the objective. Blood Angels failed to retrieve it, and Tyranids also failed to try and snatch it. So what we're going to do is we will be doing not exactly a rematch. There'll be slightly different variation of the next campaign on the surface of the planet of Maylore. Blood Angels will be alpha striking and going first to try and snatch that helmet back.
You write a scenario a bit rounded for them.
So thank you very much for watching. It's been a very entertaining game. It's been a long game.
3 turns.
First time that we've ever done 3 teams all against all. So the next time we play, we'll have probably some slight variation as well of what units people are going to be taking. Whether the Tau will actually be having a stronghold next time remains to be seen. But thanks for watching and